Zohran Mamdani steps into the Oval Office for what promises to be either a historic handshake, a political duel, or the most awkward coffee break since diplomatic history began. The president has already labelled him a communist, which, depending on your media diet, is either a statement of ideological precision or the political equivalent of calling someone a space alien. Mamdani, for his part, insists he is a democratic socialist. Trump insists that's close enough. America insists on popcorn. Their meeting, despite the theatrics, matters. It's not a celebrity cameo. It is the mayor-elect of America's largest city walking into the office of a president who has repeatedly targeted cities like New York as evidence of what he calls radical mismanagement. In short, this is not small talk. This is a stress test for the country. Ideologically, these two are separated by the distance between Queens and Mars. Mamdani comes from the world of tenant protections, free bus fares, and immigrant-powered civic optimism. Trump comes from a world where the surest path to national safety is a wall, a tariff, and a well-timed executive order. They are the political equivalent of oil and water, except oil and water don't hold press conferences afterward. But strip away the slogans and here's the uncomfortable truth. Both men now need each other. Trump needs the optics of control over blue states' strongholds. Mamdani needs the federal purse strings loosened. If democracy makes strange bedfellows, federalism makes them share a bunk bed. New York City is a global powerhouse, but even global powerhouses have bills, and many of those bills are payable only through Washington. Infrastructure dollars, public housing repairs, transit modernization, disaster preparedness, immigration coordination. If Trump wants to squeeze New York, he can, legally, strategically, and with the gleeful flourish of a man who enjoys headlines. If Mamdani wants to transform New York, he needs cooperation and enough federal money to keep his policy ideas from dying in committee before even reaching the City Hall. The city's need collide directly with the president's priorities. This meeting is not philosophical, it's fiscal, and Trump knows math when it suits him. No chapter of the Trump-Mamdani saga looms larger than public safety. Trump paints New York as a cautionary tale, a city drowning in crime, chaos, and cyclists. Mamdani argues that safety isn't about crackdowns but investments, housing, transit, community programs, the whole progressive toolkit. Both visions contain truths. Both also contain the sort of exaggerations that make fact-checkers cry. But here's the catch. The city cannot fight crime or fund reform without federal cooperation. Trump wants alignment. Mamdani wants autonomy. The meeting will reveal whether there's any policy space between submission and stalemate, or whether this chapter ends with a press release containing the word disappointed. Make no mistake, both men will rehearse their lines. Trump's team will prepare language about chaos in Democrat-run cities, even though he is now responsible for them. Mamdani's team will draft carefully worded statements about constructive engagement and productive dialogue, even if the meeting feels like dental surgery. But beneath the posturing lies a quieter question. Can two leaders who disagree on nearly everything find one concrete point of cooperation? Americans are a cynical people, for very good reasons, but even cynics understand the city and federal government are not optional partners. Someone has to fix the subway, someone has to manage immigration, someone has to ensure that a city of 8.5 million keeps functioning daily without becoming a national cautionary tale. Theatrics are optional, cooperation is not. The Trump-Mamdani meeting won't decide the future of New York, but it will signal something more subtle. whether the next 4 years will be a Cold War between Washington and America's largest city or an uneasy truce built on shared necessities. It is possible, just possible, that pragmatism will triumph over posturing, or equally possible, both men will emerge from the Oval Office claiming victory like heavyweight fighters who realize the judges have already left the building. New Yorkers know chaos. They have lived through blackouts, blizzards, subway meltdowns, and real estate brokers. A tense meeting between a Democratic Socialist mayor-elect and a populist Republican president that barely registers on the city's Richter scale. Still, the result matters for housing, for transit, for immigrants, for federal funding, for whether political differences remain political or become policy obstacles. America will be watching. New Yorkers will be waiting, and the Oval Office, as usual, will survive the drama.
Been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.